Hey everyone, Paul Tompkins here, CEO of Flippin Experts, and I'm so excited to be with you guys today because I want to talk about something that radically changed my life and made me more successful, made me have less stress throughout the day and throughout the week, and allowed me to actually accomplish more. And that's some daily rituals that you need to do every single day, guys. It's all about repetitive rituals, habits, some people call them. But if you don't repeat them every single day, they'll go by the wayside and you'll do it for a little bit and then you'll be successful for a little bit, or you maybe don't even make it that far because things haven't started to shift yet. So stay repetitive in these rituals, but I want to talk to you about them today because they will tremendously help you in your business, whether you're flipping houses like me and you're in the real estate industry, or maybe you're doing something else, you're in another industry. These can help you no matter what. The first one I want to talk about is taking time alone. Okay, number one, take time alone. Be by yourself. Have that time every single day where you do it. Now, you're going to have to schedule this in. You're going to have to pencil it into your daily planner, or it's not going to happen, right? You might do it a couple times and then life gets busy, and then the kids, and then the wife, and then the spouse, and then the whatever. Something's always going to come up, but you need to dedicate it right now. This time, this 30 minutes, this hour, whatever it might be, this 15 minutes is allotted for me. And here's what I need to accomplish during that time. I'm just going to talk to you and walk you through my routine because it's been successful for years. So I get up at 5:30 every morning, sometimes at 5, depending if I have to get somewhere early in the morning. But normally 5:30 a.m. I'm up. The wife's still sleeping. I roll out of bed, drink some water real quick, kind of get things moving, make my coffee, splash some water on my face, and wake up, right? It takes me about 15 minutes to wake up. Get up, get energized, get moving a little bit. And then I immediately dive into my alone time, which for me, I sit here and I read my Bible. I focus on some worship music, right? Calming. Some people do like spa music or some meditation. Whatever works for you and gets you in that state where you're relaxed, right? Don't wake up and get out of bed and start checking your phone. Don't start checking your email. Like that puts you in the wrong state of mind right off the bat, right? You're in work mode instead of creativity, instead of allowing things to just flow normally into your brain versus you're diving right back into work. And I know it's hard for some of you guys because you sleep with the phone right next to your bed, right? It's easy to pick it up and look at it, or maybe you even fall asleep to your phone. I would not suggest that. It keeps your brain working, and a lot of people have a lot harder time falling asleep because of that. But anyway, guys, get up in the morning, set that time, and then go through a routine, whatever works for you. Everybody's different. My wife, she has an evening routine that works great for her. She's not a morning person. She gets up in the morning, she does her thing. Her evening routine is what sets it up for the next day. That's fine. You just have to take the time alone. And then I start thinking about things I'm grateful for. I start thinking about what's important to me. I think about my day and what does a win look like for me. And I just start walking through things in my brain of, what's successful for me? What does that mean for me? Well, if I treat my wife this way, if I treat my son this way, if I do this, and I start thinking and allowing myself the time to be able to process what that looks like. And then step 2 is to plan it, right? Plan how to be successful. Plan whatever success is for you. A happy marriage, you're traveling all the time, money, being there for your kids at every sporting event, whatever it might be. Step number 2 is to actually plan that out now, right? You had the visions, you have the dreams, we all have these things, but now sit down and plan it out. You can do that at the same exact time. I do it right after I read my Bible and after I listen to my worship music. I dive right now, okay, what does a successful day look like for me? That's a big deal, isn't it? Because why go through the entire day and doing all these things if at the end of the day you don't feel successful and accomplished? Then why did you do all that stuff? If it didn't fulfill you and bring you joy, if it didn't serve others and help people, why did you do it? Because it was on your to-do list? That's not where you find fulfillment, right? So when I'm thinking about it in the morning, I go right into, okay, now I'm going to plan it. I know I have these 5 things that have to get done. There's our priorities, right? Because those 5 things will help me get to my end goal. to where I am successful. It might take time, but if I do this every day, I'm going to get there eventually. And I write those things down. And then I'm like, okay, when I get home from work, I need to make sure I sit in my car for 5 minutes and process how I'm going to walk in and speak to my wife. Maybe that's your thing, right? To treat your spouse better, to treat your kids better. Okay, I need to decompress from the day. I need to think about everything I went through the day and just get rid of it, right? I don't need to walk in with, I had a bad day, this guy yelled at me, my boss this. Like, your wife doesn't want to hear that. That doesn't bring her joy. That brings her stress and anxiety, right? So maybe that's it for you, where you're sitting there and you're actually, okay, when I get home today, I have to remember to take that 3 to 5 minutes and process it and dump it, leave it in the car and come in the man that she married, bringing joy, bringing happiness, bringing life to that relationship. Maybe it's finances and it's money. Okay, today, if my goal is $1 million and I broke that down over 365 days a year, I have to make this amount of money today. Okay, let me plan out what exactly do I have to do to achieve that number. So if I do it every single day for 365 days, I'll accomplish that $1 million I'm planning and I desire to have. Perfect. Plan it out, write it out, because we all know if you just think about it and you just never write it down, it's just a dream, right? And you start writing it down, it goes a little bit further towards getting where it's supposed to be, right? Success, being accomplished. And then as you do it every single day, it just becomes repetitive, right? And momentum starts to build up. And then you go out there and you just keep doing it every single day, because now it's a routine. Now it's a habit. Now it's just who you are. I get up at 5:30. Nobody, if somebody asks me, why do you get up at 5:30? That's what I do. I've done it for so many years. It's just normal to me. I don't get up at 5:30. I feel terrible. Like, I literally, if I don't get up at 5:30, I'm like, I didn't get anything done today. Oh my gosh, it's 7 a.m. and I didn't do this, I didn't do that. And I feel worse, right? Because I broke my routine. So guys, the first thing is have that time alone, process it all. What are your wins? What are your goals? What are your dreams? What's success look like for you? Number 2, go and plan it. Write it down. Start at the end goal. Success looks like this for me today, and then work backwards and say, if I do this, 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 and this, that's success for me. And I'm going to feel fulfilled at the end of the day. Boom. Make sure those 3 things happen throughout the day, and you're going to come home, you're going to feel excited, you're going to feel fulfilled. I did what I was supposed to today, I just got to do the same thing tomorrow. And you're out there crushing it, right? The third thing is streamline. Streamline as much as you possibly can, right? And what do I mean by streamlining? So I buy and flip houses, right? So I drive about an hour to where I work, and then I drive about an hour home. So for me, what do? I streamline a lot of my meetings while I'm driving. I can easily be on the phone, right? Bluetooth, like a microphone, however you want to do it, and have meetings while I'm driving. I'm never wasting an hour one way, hour back. That's a lot of valuable time. That's 2 hours a day. That's 10 hours in a 5-day work week, right? That's a lot of time. It doesn't just have to be get on meetings, get on phone calls. I do that because it eliminates some of my day. I'll get on my way home, I'm calling my mom. How are you doing? Checking in with my family. I'm listening to a podcast and learning and educating myself. So I'm not just driving for 2 hours a day and wasting time and it's just floating by and I'm not using that time wisely. So me streamlining it, I lay out, again, my planning phase. I'm like, okay, I'm driving for 2 hours today. I want to listen to this podcast and this podcast on the way there. I want to make this phone call, and this phone call on the way home and line up things for my next day. So I'm already heading towards success and I haven't even started my next day, right? So however you can streamline your time, maybe you only have a 20-minute ride. I have a friend that has a 15-minute ride to work every single day. And what he does is he listens to the same training on the same podcast every day of the week, 5 days straight for 15 minutes. He's like, I want it in my brain. I want it to be repetitive. I want to learn it. I don't want to just hear it and it goes nowhere and I don't do anything with it. And that's what he does. And that's perfect for him because he's not going home and having to do that at night when he's supposed to be spending time with his wife. So however you can streamline stuff, streamline it. If you need a virtual assistant to take some of the smaller stuff off your plate, streamline it, give it to her. If you and your wife are in business together like we are, there's some stuff I'm really good at. There's other stuff I'm not good at. I streamline. Hey, wife, Kelsey, do you mind handling this and handling this? You're really good at it and it really bogs me down. Yep. Do you mind handling this, Paul? I love how you do this and do that. Beautiful. We streamline it and we try to stay in our give things as much as possible. Go out there today. Keep these daily rituals going every single day. It doesn't matter if you do it for a week and then stop. Then you're dead in the water. You did it for a week, it doesn't matter. Keep doing them every single day and you will be successful. Have a great day, guys, and we will see you in the next training.